I'm joined now by Plum City girls basketball coach Jason Glampe and sophomore guard Tiffany Clare. Guys, thanks for being here today. Tiffany, I'll start with you. You guys had your last game of the season on December 22nd. You're off until January 7th. Long stretch of practice here. What have you guys been working on?
Well, we've been working on basically everything through like plays and offenses and presses and just generally improving our game and stuff.
Sounds good. Coach, you guys had 6 seniors on last year's team. They averaged something like 45 points a game. They've all graduated. You have a really young team. Who's kind of stepped in and filled some of those roles? And I know it's only 3 games into the season, so also who do you expect to step up and fill some of those roles as the year goes on?
Well, we've had a number of girls that had some experience last year, and what we're really looking from them was to take on expanded roles, and we've seen that occur to some extent. We're also hoping for a little more from some of those girls as well, but we are really youthful, so we've had a lot of young girls like Tiffany as a sophomore. She's been one of our key ball handlers, and then we've had a couple freshmen also. Heather Von Holtum and Mara Boyer both playing a lot of minutes, in addition to some of our upperclassmen like Molly Freund and Brittany Ekdahl and Nikki Dirks.
Okay, sounds good. Tiffany, in the season preview story, Coach talked about how players are going to have to take on new roles and expanded roles this year. Can you talk about some of your new responsibilities or your added responsibilities and how that transition has gone for you so far?
Well, I basically have to pretty much get everybody down the court and get everything set up and kind of control what we're going to do. And I've been handling it pretty well, I think, but there's always room to improve.
Okay, sounds good. Coach, so far in the first 3 games, you guys have been averaging 21 points a game. The other team's been averaging 69 points a game. Can you talk about, at both ends of the court, why things have been a little bit of a struggle so far?
Sure. I think a lot of the difficulties had to do with just controlling the ball, us not getting enough shot attempts. Turnovers have been a problem. A lot of teams that we played have pressed a lot, and some really good teams too, like Colfax, probably one of the top Division III schools in the area. Pep and Alma, they're much improved where they're combined this year, and they had a lot of girls returning. I think that's some of our difficulty controlling the ball and being strong with the ball has then carried over to the defensive end where a lot of the buckets the opposition gets is in transition. But to there, while I've been pretty impressed with our rebounding on defense, we do need to try and get just tougher physically on the defensive end.
Why do you think that rebounding has been a strength so far?
Well, I just wasn't quite sure. We're a little smaller than we were last year. And again, with our youthfulness, I didn't know, and plus where that's a lot of attitude, I didn't know rebounding how we do, but we actually are. That's probably the area where we're most aggressive is rebounding and going to the glass.
Okay. Tiffany, I know turnovers has been an issue for this team at times this year. I think you had 30 against Gilmanton. What can you guys do to get better in that area? What have you been working on to improve?
Pretty much our basic like ball handling skills. We've been doing drills and stuff to get better at that. And we just got to be stronger with the ball, all of us as a whole.
Okay. Sounds good. Coach, for you guys, I know the girls throughout Plum City Sports haven't enjoyed a whole ton of success this year. I think in volleyball they won 1 game this season. What have you done to try and adjust the attitude or instill some of that winning attitude in this group of girls?
Well, we've been trying to encourage them to understand that where we are young, that there might not be a lot of immediate success, but that the attitude we take and the effort we put into it should help with growth and development, and we should, and I anticipate we should improve and should be more competitive by the end of the season. So it's trying to maintain the focus on just being a lot of small steps and gradual improvement.
Sounds good. Just a final question for both of you. Can you talk about the keys for the upcoming game you guys have on January 7th? What are going to be some of the things to watch for in that contest?
Against Boyceville, I would, again, anticipate them pressing, and I thought we did a better job against Gilmanton handling the pressure of their full court press. So I was happy to see that, and I think that'll be a key against them. Also, they are a pretty big physical team, so on the defensive end, it'll be interesting to see if we do maintain that success we had rebounding, and then how we handle post defense.
Okay. Tiffany, anything you'd like to add?
You pretty much covered it all. But I think we've been improving every game, little by little, but it's going to be tough against boys, folks. They do got some big girls, and we just got to be more aggressive inside.
Okay. Sounds good. Guys, I really appreciate your help today. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you.